FBI hunts Drummond after 4 murders, sparing baby, seeking justice for victims.
To that, all right? He does have he definitely has street cred, guys. As much as he looks goofy, I bet he's crazy at the same time.
Clear where Drummond is right now. Over the weekend, authorities in a Missouri town, which is right over the border from Tennessee, posted that they are investigating claims that Drummond was spotted there. Drummond is a career criminal. He was convicted holding up a convenience store in 2013 in Jackson, Tennessee. That night, he got away with just $44.
Oh my God. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about too. Isn't that wild? When he was 16, that register that we saw him go into, $44. When somebody gets $44, folks, and they keep going and they're cool with that, all he wanted was a 20 sack or a 40 sack. This guy went, and I guarantee you, and bought DRUGs, all right? I guarantee you that. Nobody does that. Nobody risks somebody's life for $44. All right. So let's keep going. There's a lot in this case, guys, and I really want this monster to be caught.
That's it. But he pointed a gun in the face of the clerk, and he was sentenced to more than a decade in prison. And even though he was in prison, what has been a very bizarre part of this story is just how active on social media it seems he was.
And you see him. He's in there with 2 phones. He's got some kind of street cred. I agree that he should have been in juvenile, but I got to tell you, juvenile, being convicted as a juvenile and being in juvenile hall or any of those juvenile places, it's much worse than being in prison or in county, because those guys don't give a fuck. Like the honey badger, they don't care, guys. Those teenagers don't have anything to lose, and I hear it's way tougher than any prison. All right, so $44 he did that for. And I mean, what are we looking at? His pizza here?
It's from behind bars. I mean, he posted these pictures showing him eating pizza. There were pictures of him playing video games. He also had multiple cell phones, it seems.
See, look at that. That was him behind bars, guys. Was that hard time? I think if they would have rehabilitated him a little better, it might have been okay. All right, when he goes back. Jay, guilty crime. I'm sure he's going to be in every orifice die. Yeah, so he's gonna be somebody's. What's up, Patricia NYC? Good to see you, my friend.
And then even this picture from 2023 with a bottle of Ciroc vodka on social media in September of last year. He posted that he was out, but don't let that smile fool you. His legal issues were still piling up. He's facing a charge of attempted murder right now related to an incident that happened in prison, and he was released on bond. In 2020, in response to Drummond being up for parole.
Now, do you think his parents are helping him, guys? Are his parents in that state? Yeah, where's the girlfriend? Where's the girlfriend that might be pregnant? What? A Nintendo Switch and a pizza and vodka in there? He didn't do hard time at all. But who's helping him, guys? He dropped the baby off not out of compassion, but because he knows what they'll do to him in prison if he kills a baby. You know what? Whatever God had planned for that baby, she was spared. So we won't give him credit at all. I just thought maybe there'd be an ounce of humanity, but probably not.
Then the district attorney for the 26th District of Tennessee wrote that Drummond had 25 disciplinary actions against him while in prison, including...
Guys, that's a lot of write-ups. Did you guys watch the Sade Robinson sentencing? Maxie Boy had 21 violations in just a short period of time. I think I might have to go over the sentencing of Sade and Maxwell or Maxie Boy. I don't know why my computer's doing this. Sorry. All right. Street code. Babies, graveyards, funerals, cemeteries, no shooting. All right. Let's keep going. We're going to find out. We don't know exactly what yet.
Using orders, drug possession, defiance, and being in possession of a deadly weapon, all from behind bars. She also writes that after his conviction, Drummond told his dad in a phone call that he would target jurors and the victim.
I'm going to read this to you guys. I'll read it to you guys. Dear Miss Davis, I've been notified on the above defendant's parole hearing set on July 23rd, 2020. Guys, that was 5 years ago. West Tennessee State Penitentiary. This office strongly opposes his early release on parole. Austin Drummond is dangerous. He's a dangerous felony offender and has confirmed member of the, oh shoot, he's a member of the Vice Lords. Okay. And he confirmed that he's a member of the Vice Lords on July 31st, 2013, just 7 years prior. He entered a Circle K convenience store and pointed a revolver pistol at the victim in the case as he demanded money from her. Remember, guys, he got $44. He was convinced by a jury of aggravated, he was convicted, I'm sorry, by a jury of aggravated robbery. All right. After this jury trial, Drummond made a phone call to his father where he threatened the jurors.
His robbery case saying,
Hold on. And the victims in the case. He made statements saying they're going to regret it and I'll be out one day. Drummond's behavior while in prison should also be taken into consideration. He's had 25 disciplinary actions, which we talked about before. And that includes refusing orders, DRUG possession, defiance, and being in possession of a deadly weapon behind bars. This is the type of behavior clearly demonstrates Drummond has no desire for rehabilitation and is not capable of living amongst society. Due to the seriousness of the crimes he committed, his violent behavior towards the victims in these cases, and to protect society from his criminal behavior, we feel that he should remain in prison and serve his full sentence, or his sentence in full. Now remember, this was in 2020 and this was from the parole hearing. All right, this was to the parole board. He later got out 4 years later in 2024. All right, and then he's back out there doing these things. Right, here we go. Connection number one, guys.
specifically what they believe he did, but he's being held without bond. Similar situation for a man named Giovante Thomas. He is charged with accessory after the fact of first-degree murder, and he was already in jail at the time of his arrest. And then today, on Monday, Kate Henderson was arrested on that same charge, accessory after the fact to first-degree murder. Her name is Diara Sanders, and she is also under arrest for a...
All right, there it is. Not diarrhea, okay? that's what Foxy said. It's Dara, guys. Dara, all right? Let's keep going. I freaking Foxy. You can't make me laugh like that in the middle. Jay Maxwell Robinson said that sentence. I know he did. I saw every second of the sentencing. I absolutely did. And I covered that case. I saw Sade Robinson's dad walking along the beach looking for his daughter's head and her missing other body part. I think her other missing body part might have been her arm or her leg. That dad and the hurt he had in his eyes looking for his daughter's body parts were unbelievable. And then for Maxwell Robinson to say that, thank God he's never going to be out. All right. Yeah, these gangs operate the same as the mafia. Well, you guys should be scared of this guy then.
allegedly helping Drummond. I typed Austin Drummond's name into truthfinder.com. Not a surprise. His criminal record came up. We saw the aggravated robbery on there. Really lines up with the court records that we've pulled, seeing that he is truly a career criminal. At Law and Crime, we partner with Truthfinder.
We like Truthfinder too.
Thanks for being with us. Where are you right now? What is it like to be on the ground there in Western?
All right, here it is. Again, this just came out 36 minutes ago, guys. So this is all the up to date while they're searching for goofball, demon goofball, whatever you want to call him, Austin. Right now, what else ties into the case? Yeah, $44. He didn't care. He was just getting DRUGs. That's why. $44. He also did many, many years for that.
I'm in Lake County, Tiptonville, approximately a mile and a half from where the bodies were discovered and the vehicles were discovered.
What's the mood when you go around that area, especially since this search began? I mean, what's it like to talk to people who live in this part of the state?
Well, you can tell they're anxious and concerned, and just spoke with some people over at the courthouse, and they're all saying the same things. This kind of thing doesn't happen here. They've had a few murders over the last.
I mean, 4 people, guys. Can you imagine what that crime scene looked like? And thank God the baby wasn't there in it, right?
Last 30 or 40 years, but you can count them on one hand.
Damn.
How would you characterize, because it seems like just from the news conference that even though TBI has put out Austin Drummond's face and we've learned a good bit about his criminal history, there's still certain details that they're not releasing to the public.
Like,
Just having covered these agencies, what does that tell you about where we are in this case?
I think it's they're keeping a lot close to the vest because I think there's things they don't want the public to know, and not in a nefarious.
I think that they don't know a lot, and I think that a lot of the public may know more than them, as a matter of fact, with all the people that are out there actively talking. And I don't know who's searching, which we're looking at now. We know it's law enforcement. It's not people just in the community looking for a body. They're looking for a criminal, an evil criminal that took 4 people's lives, 20, 21, 38, and 15 years old. Just wiped them out. And for what, guys? For what? What was the motive?
Way, but rather in a let's keep this close to the vest. Let's just get this guy under wraps. Let's try not to push it any further. One of the comments at the presser was, you showed an act of compassion by dropping the baby. Let's get you in here. I think that's just a call to kind of,
again, that's to appeal to him and see if he wants to use that as an excuse. He's not going to tell the officers, I spared that baby because I don't want to get gang raped by these guys in there. I don't want them to take my life for taking a baby's life. But maybe if they can appeal to him getting a lesser sentence because he spared the baby. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that there has to be something that he's and I'm sure motive was that, but why would you do that for $44? So what did he do that for people's life? This is no better than what BK just got convicted for, guys.
to say let's try to end this without further bloodshed.
Yes, and hello, Chief.
And Austin Drummond, I mean, he has a pretty lengthy criminal record for only being, in his 20s, but he gets out, it seems like in September 2024. What else stands out to you about his background as you've been looking into his history?
All right, just real quick, guys, I don't want to